in a new series of videos that I think I'm going to start called Nostalgia Time. It's with me, RezenatorZen. I'm just going to talk about shows that are from my past when I was like 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 12, stuff like that. It's been a while since I've seen. Like I would just I always look through my book, through my closet now, and I just find like weird shit like Animorphs, which they actually even advertise the show. Watch Animorphs on TV. I just find that hilarious that they actually advertise on the books. Go watch it on TV. Animorphs was this weird show where aliens transform into animals, humans for different reasons. One of the guys got stuck as a fucking raven, and it's just really funny going back. And I'm gonna look for Animorphs on TV because I want to rewatch those things because I think those were pretty serious for a kids show. And to show you how old this is, I just was going through this, and I found honestly this Trivial Pursuit card that I have not seen in so forever. I just found it now, and it's just like asking old questions. What are the front cutting teeth called? And what sport could catch you in half Nelson and shit like that. It was weird. I don't remember where the fuck the actual game went. I'm gonna find all these random Trivial Pursuit cards over the place. Another show that I remember watching with some frequency is Beetleborgs, Big Bad Beetleborgs, which was a show that was a ripoff of Power Rangers, but not completely a ripoff of Power Rangers, because of the sheer fact that Power Rangers was more serious, I felt, than Beetleborgs, because Beetleborgs was just outlandishly stupid. Like, just there's a vampire werewolf as the sidekicks, but they were not like scary werewolves and vampires. They were like the effeminate kind of werewolves and things. Which I have no problem with the femininity, but it was just way over the fucking top kind of shit. And then I was just going through, and like there's VR Troopers, which I never even heard of until then, which was another ripoff of Power Rangers. And then there's like fucking, oh my god, there's so much outlandish shit from the 90s that I used to watch. There's shows like Doug, which evolved over time. They didn't just stay the same characters, they actually evolved and grew older, and they matured the storyline somewhat. And Power Rangers was serious as far as it was as serious as you could be with gigantic enemies that you fought with gigantic machines that you summoned, and there were mechanical dinosaurs and shit. As serious as that could be, it was like really considered serious. As Beetleborgs, from what I've seen, was just outlandishly stupid, retarded crap. And then there's All Real Monsters, which was good, and then there's Goosebumps. Goosebumps was the shit. Goosebumps was a scary show for kids, that it wasn't too scary, and it wasn't too outlandish. Like it was scary for kids who were reading it, but it was fun enough for their parents to actually read it. And I'm gonna show you something from the Animorphs book. You see that little thing? Throughout, when you read the book, it gets more mature and ends up, I think, looking like those two things. But I mean, the book. I haven't read it in a while, and I'm probably not gonna read it because it's a teenage fiction book from the 90s. But I mean, I actually have one of the Goosebumps books somewhere in my room. It was Goosebumps Calling All Creeps, which is like this special book in the series. And then they turned that into a series, and then there was what the hell was it called? The one show where it was a campfire show, and it was like this campfire show where they told stories, and like they would always begin it the same way for the approval of the Midnight Society. If anybody can remember that far back and tell me what that was, please, because I knew what the name of it was, but then my mind fucking went on me, so I don't remember what it was exactly called, and it's just been bugging me. But it started off submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. Blah 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 blah. I don't do that. And like, I'm gonna try and find that. And I'm gonna try and watch that because that show is pretty scary for its time too. Um, and like it's just funny going through memory lane and just going back and seeing the shit that I used to watch and find scary and find funny, and finding out that I find it funnier and funnier as I get older and older because it was just so outlandishly stupid at points. And I guess that's what nostalgia is, looking back on things and finding humor in it. I don't know the textbook term, but I really don't give a shit. All I know is that the funny shit I always watched was really funny. Like in my other video, I talked about Carmen Sandiego, Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego, the game. And then I actually remember playing Oregon Trail and shit like that, and it was just beyond retarded, but it was so fun to do, and it was crazy and funny and things like that. So I think that's as far as I'm gonna deep into my past for now, because I'm gonna cover other shows that I rediscover in later videos. I just go on rants about them like I did this video, and I don't want to take up the entire 10 minutes of quick capture, so I'm just gonna do as much as I can and let it be. So that's pretty much it. And if seriously, if anybody can tell me the name of that show where it was, it began, you're gonna hear this another like 2 times, but this is just the other time that I'm gonna say it. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society, and then they would give the story. I'm trying to figure out the name of that show. If anybody remembers it or can find it, please tell me, because that shit's been burning in my brain now since I couldn't remember it. Alright. Peace out. See you guys later, and wait for more nostalgia time with RezenatorZen and other assorted videos and my reviews and stuff. So, peace out.